Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. It is just a micro session because a normal session with me is 1 hour long. So we're just doing 5 minutes. That makes it pretty tiny. It is just enough to give you a chance to decide if that is something that you might want, would be like a private session for yourself. So, what is Reiki? Reiki is universal life force energy. It's a Japanese word that means universal life force energy. And so, when you have a Reiki session, your Reiki practitioner or your Reiki master is channeling universal life force energy or Reiki energy into your aura and your body to help dissolve any obstacles that there may be in there that keep you from reaching your goals. Most commonly, it's known for its use in medical situations, but it's also good for anxiety and other emotional things. It's also good to improve relationships and to improve financial situations. So there's a lot of different uses for Reiki. Um, so, after we do the 5 minutes of the Reiki micro session, then we are going to have 5 minutes of questions following that. And during the question time, you can ask about Reiki, you can ask about psychic stuff, you can ask me my favorite color. I don't really care. So, we'll have questions after the Reiki. But first, you do need to know that Reiki is energy, universal life force energy to be specific. But because it is energy, it's not limited by time or space. And I guess I should have silenced my phone. I thought I did. Okay, so not limited by time or space, and that's why I can sit here in front of this camera and send Reiki out to you all over the world, and you'll be able to receive benefit from it. And also because it's not limited by time or space, you can watch this after I'm no longer live anymore and still receive benefit from it. So I think we've said everything we need to say about this. Let's just get this Reiki started, shall we? Okay, we're starting at 40 after the hour. That means we'll be finishing up at 45 after the hour for the Reiki session. Diane, hello, hello. Ronan, hello, hello. How are you, my dear? Gabby, hello. You caught me right at the beginning. Look at you. What are y'all using your Reiki for today? Thank you for the thumbs ups, by the way. I appreciate those. Highest and best for you. Glad to hear that you are good, Ronan. Peace and acceptance. Inner peace, world peace. What kind of peace are we shooting for here, Gabby? Hello there, Michael. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody's welcome here. What are you using your Reiki for? You're using the Reiki to feel the love. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. 4 more minutes of Reiki. La da 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 da. La da da da. La da da da. Alicia, hello, hello. You've got 4 more minutes of Reiki, my dear. What are you going to use yours for? La da da da. La da da da. La da 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 da. Glad you're here, by the way. Highest and best for you. Woot woot. I think maybe I should have done something with my hair before I came on camera. Maybe I can do Reiki for a miracle manifestation of hair perfection. Probably not. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. You guys are pulling a serious amount of Reiki into some heart chakras, has to do with healing of emotional trauma. Also into some solar plexus, which have to do with how you express yourself in the world. And also with base chakras, which have to do with security in the world, things that make you feel secure, whether they're relationships, finances, vehicles, property, whatever. So coming into balance in those areas. Sacral chakra as well, which has to do with how much things appeal to you on a very tactile, sensory-oriented level. Yeah, well, I've been saying for years that I'm just trying to show the whole world that it's not somebody really. Anybody could do what I do. I'm just the girl next door who happens to be psychic. So being natural is not a bad thing. This is actually one of my favorite wall hangings. You see the peace sign there. I've got another one. It's got slightly different colors. There's more pinks and yellows in it, but I like this one a lot too. I think these colors are very calming. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. One more minute of Reiki. Uno más momento. Right? I think it's a good way to set the tone on my videos to have the peace sign hanging in the background. Okay, 45 after the hour. Let's wrap up the Reiki. Beautiful micro session. That was some of you really pulling in a lot. That's always a good thing when people are receptive and using the Reiki. Kinks and curls, welcome. Glad you're here, my dear. I need to go ahead and set my timer on my phone. And we'll start questions. You guys start throwing me your questions. La da 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 da. You're quite welcome. By the way, everybody, just a little reminder. Whoops, there goes a card right on the floor. I'm going to have to pick that up. What is it that you always say, kinks and curls? Super chats are never required, but always appreciated. Something like that. Let's see. Kinks and curls. I see the delay with LSU. All right. Will I hear from that? Will kinks and curls hear from LSU before the end of the year? Does my face tell you the answer? I don't think you will, actually. There's not a lot of cooperation going on here, and it looks like there's something in their own foundation or in their own core that's kind of been turned on its head. I don't know if it has to do with corona or a hurricane or something else, but they have something going on at their core as far as the university itself. I don't see them as working very well with a whole lot of people right now. Ronan. Will Ronan's financial situation improve by the end of this month? What is this month? October 2020. La, da, 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 da. Well, I'm not sure where your financial situation is now. I will tell you by the end of the month, you come into a card that is literally called balance. So to me, this talks about a balanced checkbook, if you remember checkbooks. This does talk about being in the black, not being in the red. I do see that you do have some inspiring ideas about ways to bring cash flow in or to make things right. I do see that you're working along with somebody else to get that accomplished. There is somebody, this may be somebody who's actually loaning you some money, or maybe they've made a loan. I do feel like they are working with you, and we've got empowerment coming up. So it may be that they're extending time on a loan, or it could be that they're giving you a new loan to get you through. Like I said, once we get to the end of the month, I do see you being in the black and not the red. So short answer is yes. We just had a few details to add though. Yep, that's a good way to get Reiki energy, by replaying it. How about love? That's a very general question, Mr. Michael. You're going to have to be way more specific than that for me to answer a question for you. I'm looking for my father's picture from the 50s. Any help on where it is? Father's picture from the 50s. Father's picture from the 50s. Father's picture from the 50s. First of all, I can tell you I feel like it is packed away, and not like in a drawer or anything wood. I feel like it's packed away in a cardboard box. And I feel like it's in some kind of storage place, but I'm having a hard time pinpointing whether we're talking about an attic or a cellar. It's hard for me to tell from the way things look around it. I can tell you that it's a dark place, and I can tell you that there is a lot of old wood in there. I don't know how helpful that is. But anyway, that's what I can see about where your father's picture is. Let's see. Hurricane Delta, gotcha. Never a bad idea to call yourself. Gabby, my ex and I have been trying to take things day by day while we await of baby girl's arrival. It's been tough. I'm wondering if I should cut off ties romantically and just co-parent with him. Gabby, I'm feeling like you've got a lot of factors going on here. Part of it, excuse me saying it, but part of it is kind of the hormone fluctuation in the pregnancy is kind of making you look at things differently, and that's making things tough. Whatever decision that you make right now, I get the feeling that I would not necessarily plan on sticking with that decision forever. I would expect to just make that the best way to go for now. All right. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. I don't really get the idea that it's best to cut ties with him right now either. I don't think you want to make any kind of permanent decision right now because your thinking is just a little bit, it's not how you would normally think in everyday life if you were not pregnant, is the best way I know how to say that. Okay. And I'm not trying to be judgmental or insulting. I'm just saying that, this is not the best time to make a decision. You're quite welcome, Ronan. Mr. Michael Brotzman. Okay, the timer did just go off, so I'm not actually going to answer your question, but I am going to coach you a little bit for next time you're in here. I answer really specific questions. So when you say that you want to know about your love for near future, if we were going to answer that question, I would make you get more specific. I would make you say near future, define near future. Is that 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years? What is near future to you? So just keep in mind that when I start looking for a specific question, I'm generally going to want a timeline on something that's as open as your love. Okay. But I'm not answering it today, so you don't have to put that much thought into it right now. Alicia, you're quite welcome. Gabby, you're quite welcome. Right, and I think that it comes to me, the impression I got, Gabby, is that you have a lot of different factors playing into how well the two of you are getting along right now. This is an emotional time even for him without having hormonal things going on. Having a baby on the way is a lot of stress. It's wonderful and it's a gift, but it's also a lot of stress. So there's stuff going on with him too. So, it's just not a good time to make any permanent decisions right now, is all. La da 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 da. All right. So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you spending some of your precious time with me. Thank you for the thumbs ups. That helps the YouTube algorithm so that I can get in front of more people. Also, of course, thank you for sharing this video with others that you think it may be beneficial for. And of course, thank you to those of you who are subscribed and who are subscribing right now, even as we speak. And thank you to those of you who are ordering private sessions from me, whether they're Reiki or readings. It is because of all of you and all of you guys' support at every single level that I'm able to do what I love to do for my living. So seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know you guys hear this at the end of just about every video. Just because I say it a lot doesn't make it any less true. Everyone have a fantastic day. And if I don't see you in a private between now and then I will see you all back here on the next video. Peace out.